In most podcast services, they only keep the most recent 300 shows in the feed. As such, try going to the link that I'll have here for the original No BS Job Search Advice Radio. All the shows that I've had prior to October 2020, when I transferred them over to Anchor. And you'll find a ton of great material. After all, I've done over 2,100 shows. There's 300 in the feed, and I'm doing 5 a week, so you can do the math. I've got a number of shows in this feed for Anchor, and on Anchor in this other feed, you'll see all the others. So I hope you find it helpful, and besides, it's going to help you get a job faster so you don't have to listen to my voice all the time. Episode 2171 of No BS Job Search Advice Radio. I'm the host of this show, Jeff Altman, and welcome. I've been doing this show since November 2010. This is the #1 show in Apple Podcasts for job search. No show is even close to the number of episodes I have here. And I hope you enjoy them. We've got a good archive and a lot of great information to help you. Today's show, I answer a question from someone where they ask, how do I get a firm to pay me what I'm worth? Hope you find it helpful. Hope you give it a great review wherever you listen to the show, because reviews are what helps Apple Podcasts or Spotify or Google Play want to recommend the show. I would appreciate it if you left an honest review. And I'll also say, I hope you find this show and all my other shows helpful. And we'll be back in just one moment. Support for today's show comes from CareerFitter. CareerFitter will help you evaluate other career possibilities for yourself. Order the premium version using the link below. Take 10 minutes, answer 60 questions, I believe it is, and they'll give you some ideas that will get you thinking. And that's really what you want to be doing. Having outside input help you think about ideas. So again, use the link in the show notes, order the premium version. What do I do when a company doesn't want to pay me my worth? And I'll just simply say, the answer to that question is pretty easy. Leave. Find another job, because they don't value you. They're not going to pay you your worth because they think they can get you for less. So understand that. And your manager, who has no clout in this, they report to someone who may report to someone who's the real decision maker controlling the budget. Your manager's going to say things like, oh, I've tried, but they've got a budget. Ooh. Or I'm going to go to bat for you, because I don't want you to go. You're really important to me. But they don't have authority. They're going to give you placebos. They're going to say nice words to you. But the question is nice words enough? Is being stroked and being treated nicely good enough to make you want to stay? And I know this may be a nice company with great work, but there are other nice companies with great work out there too that will pay you. So understand their game is to encourage you to stay comfortable. They're not dealing with inflation like you are. You've got bills to pay. You've got responsibilities. They want to hold the line because they've got bills to pay and responsibilities. And every time they can save a few $1,000s, multiply it by the number of employees. That's a lot of money. So they've established a cap on what you do, and they're going to give you those small incremental raises every year that aren't going to keep up with inflation. So the only way to get ahead of the game is to periodically change jobs, because otherwise, well, frankly, you're in a situation where you're going to lose out. And although you're being paid more, inflation's going to take away the value of your pay and cause you to not make enough. The way the system is set up, you need to change jobs every few years to get ahead. So that, I'm just going to pick random numbers. If you're a $100,000 a year person and you change jobs for 110 or 115, That's more than you would have gotten as a raise at your previous employer, right? You would have gotten a 3% or a 5% raise, 105, 103. That's it. You get ahead with the periodic job changes and the salary increases that get built on that job change. So at 115, for example, you get a 3% raise. That's more money, right? 5% raise, more money. So you're stuck in this situation where they encourage you to go look for another job, even though they're not saying that. Their behavior says that, right? So what you need to do is find another job, is the fact of it. So that's today's show. I hope you found it helpful. And if you did, here are a few things I can do to help you with your job search beyond simply being your coach. First of all, I've got a new book out called The Right Answers to Tough Interview Questions. It is like a cookbook with answers to tons of interview questions that you're going to be asked on interviews. And if you pair it up with my other new book, The Ultimate Job Interview Framework, they are a terrific pair of books to help you with interviewing. In addition, I have a new service where you can practice mock interviews. If you go to thebiggameHunter.us/mock, I've got a service there, very inexpensive, like $99, where we have mock interviews set up. I'm going to be adding more to it very soon, but you can record your answers to them, and then I can critique them and help you perform better on them. You probably have noticed my show notes are pretty thorough with products and services that can help you with your search. And connect with me on LinkedIn at linkedin.com/in/thebiggamehunter. Lastly, my website has a ton of great information. That's thebiggamehunter.us. Now, if you're not ready to go there and go through the blog, put the address in your phone, thebiggamehunter.us, Jeff Altman. So this way, when you're ready to go, you have a way of getting back to my website. Hope you have a terrific day, and most importantly, be great!